So I'm cruising along this track, recording the different sections, and I came here. There's some longhorn cattle here. See them right there? And then over here, there's like 30 deer. I don't know if you're gonna see them, they're pretty far away. There's like a pack with some babies up front, and there's a few in through these dark shaded trees. As soon as I drive up there, they're gonna scatter. That's why I stopped back here, but so I thought I'd stop here at the first kind of transition of this trail, see if I can give you guys an idea of what it's like other than, you know, out the dash cam type footage. So I basically start back over there by the big mountains. I live over there. So I go down, and down here, if you can see, there's a valley, and it's a forested valley. All through there. So that low valley there is where I was with the trees. And it's about 5,000 feet. Then we start coming up and get into the taller mountains where there's no trees. These are, if you look, this is high desert mountains, right? Because there's literally no trees, and it's all these real scrubby bushes. I mean, there's some manzanita right here. So we climb up out of that forested area, 5,000 feet or so, and the track works its way along a pretty decent sized dry riverbed. I wouldn't say it's a creek bed, it's a riverbed. So in the monsoon seasons and then winter melt off, that's actually flowing, and it's really sandy. Usually only the side-by-sides go through there, and then the regular, you know, the regular vehicles will stay up on the track that runs right next to it. And it's fun. It's there's nothing super challenging about it, but it winds back and forth. It kind of goes up and down. There's boulders, there's some pine trees all in there. Climb up here to the higher mountainous area, and we're gonna work our way up to 7,000 feet. If you can see where the track, you can barely see it. We're gonna go up and over the next set of hills, and we'll work our way up to about 7,000 feet, and then we run the edge of those mountains with an overlook out into this this valley over here will open up really big. I just sent a picture out on Instagram from right here. On this whole track, I love the track. You know, like I said, the variety. Hopefully I'm going to be able to show you the variety today. Something I'm going to try and do, and I don't know if it's going to work out yet because I'm still doing it. But I'm going to try and run the dash cam for a while. Show you some of the like little uphills, some of the like you crest a corner and you see just this huge valley. And just not talking. I have the mic going, so you should hear a faint little whining hum from the 4-low. Should hear the rocks crunching under the tires. And sometimes I'll stick a camera out the side window to get a view like this. It's incredible. But hopefully I can capture that out the windshield for you guys, because as you're driving, you know, you're like going up a hill and you look off and there's a big, huge valley, or you're going up and you crest a hill and you turn around and there's something like this out here. This is a place I've filmed before. I've been here a lot, and I've actually stopped here 3 or 4 times on video with different vehicles. I've had the Lexus up here once. I've had the 100 series up here. I don't think I've brought up the 80 series up here, but you know, the 80's in dire need of suspension. It's got original suspension on it from 25 years ago, right? So it's really worn out, and it's still like, when I off-road it, it's still beast mode, but it's really low. It's almost like a lowered vehicle, especially compared to the Lexus. The Lexus has got a 3-inch lift on it. Barely any, there's no wind, it's a breeze, right? It's cold though. I had to put my hat back on because my ears were getting cold, but every time I come here, I'm at complete and total peace. The only thing you can hear is distant aircraft, you know, and flying over from wherever, Phoenix, LA, whatever. But this is what I love about the mountains, these kind of rolling valleys with trees down there. And I'm up, you can see behind me, where I'm at is the deserty part of the mountains. Down there is the forested part. I think I talk about this a lot, and I call them biomes or whatever. But it's the change of the environment, right? It's the changes that you go through on a track that make it so interesting to me. I mean, yeah, it's fun if you're gonna go like on a real desert run, you know, or like outback Australia, maybe you're going through one area and it's just the same. That has a unique characteristic to it as well. But going on something, it's only gonna be a few hours, you know, 30, 40 miles, something like this, and as you're rising and falling in elevation, as you're seeing pine trees and desert and rocks and desert mountain bushes and manzanita, and then drop down and go back up into another completely different type of forest, ponderosa pine forest with red clay. It's very interesting in such a short period of time. I love sharing this stuff with you guys, because I know a lot of people can't get to places like this. This is northern Arizona. It's terrible. Don't come here. Don't move here. Don't overcrowd this place. There's barely anybody here right now. That's what happens. Like California, you know, when it has really good weather and like I don't know, like the Rose Bowl is going on, or Super Bowl or something, where it's, you know, outdoors, and everybody goes, oh my God, look how beautiful it is there. Then everybody flocks there. And then 20 years later, it's like, holy cow, this place is a nightmare. Too many people. There is a lot of people in the world now, and it's getting a little out of hand, but there is still a ton of areas that are untouched, or not untouched, that you can go and be completely and 100% by yourself. And it's just so peaceful. You gotta love the outdoors though. You gotta love nature. You gotta love mountains and trees and dirt and rocks. I know it sounds weird, but if you don't love it, how are you gonna have happiness out here? I love it. So good. Well, I've made my way to the top, to the end of the track. If you can hear in the distance. Maybe not. What a great track this is. So relaxing. Welcome to Northern Arizona, home of the gunshots through the national forest. I saw some dudes in camo a couple miles back. I think I don't know if they're hunting or, well, they're shooting a lot, so they're obviously target shooting, but it echoes really cool through the canyons. So black bear did really good as usual. It's taking it easy. Had it in 4 low. Whenever you put it in a 4 low, you know you're kind of just cruising, or you need something really aggressive. So I like to put it in 4 low on some of these tracks like this, because you want to kind of take it easy, keep your rolling momentum over some of these rocks, and it just ends up making it a lot smoother ride. So I've arrived at 7,400 feet. There is the mountain over there is taller. I think that's 76 over there, but that's a whole nother track. This one I took today it's one of my favorites. It takes about 45 minutes for me to get to kind of the beginning area, and I'm 2.5 hours on the track. I still got, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes until I can make my way out to a ranger station and then find pavement. So just under 3 hours total, and that's a couple of stops. Probably give yourself 4 hours if you really want to relax, stop and have lunch. But one of the important things to note is all the filming that you've seen everywhere, all the different little areas, you can camp anywhere along there. And there's, like up here, there's a lot of camping where I'm at now, but along the way because it's kind of a shelf road for about 10 miles. Not a shelf road, but you can't go off one side. If you do, you're in major trouble. But there's little pullouts, right, where you could probably get 1, maybe 2 vehicles in there and have a little campfire, do a little mountain camping. But out there, remember, there's no trees, so it could get windy. But up in here, nice forested area with, little gunfire going on. I don't usually ever hear people target shooting up in areas like this. It's rare, but it's legal. So I find that most of the people do it out in the desert or whatever. If I would never come to an area like this to target shoot, but if I did, I'd use suppressors so it wouldn't scare the, scare the other people. But yeah, black bear, really good, really comfortable off-roader. It's probably, if any of you guys out there have like Tacomas or 4Runners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Newer off-road vehicles, they're just comfortable to drive. The older ones that I have, they're a little bit more of a handful, but they have character and charm in themselves, in that they're old and they're very capable. But this is very capable and comfortable, so it's a lot of fun to go back and forth between the different ones. But this was a day, Black Friday, where everyone's spending money that they don't have on these sales. That one TV at Walmart that everyone goes for. So I just decided to go out and stay away from any computers and anything like that, or any stores where I may buy something that, 1, I don't have the money for, and 2, that I don't need. I have everything I need right here. The trees and an off-road vehicle. That's all I need. Very relaxing. Had a great day. Like I said, look, I slept in, yesterday, Thanksgiving was a long day. We got up early. We went out to the desert, did some target shooting for about 4 hours, came back, got food ready, went into a ham coma for a while, probably had a little too much scotch. And then, that was like, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Then I got to just relax. Everyone left. Watched a movie or two, and then hit the sack. So slept in a little bit this morning, right? slept in a little bit, got some rest. Eyes are a little bloodshot. And then like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go somewhere. Me and the car. So I just started driving, and then boom, I remembered, let's go hit that track. It's a fun track. You know, it's about 3 p.m. now. It's been averaging about 50 degrees. I haven't seen it under 50, and I haven't seen it over 55 this whole track here. So that's a really nice temp. All I have is my light. It's a lightweight flannel, you know, and then my beanie is for my ears when if that breeze picks up a little bit. But it just makes you comfortable, right? I'm comfortable. I'm not hot. I'm not cold. It's really nice with the sun shining through. You can see how bright the sun is. I mean, that's what I really love about this area here, is deceiving on camera, but it's cool air, cool dry air, and that sun. There's nothing. There's no clouds up there. There's no clouds in the sky. And what that means is you get all that warm heat from the sun, even though it's a great 50 degrees out. It's hard to explain unless you felt it or you got that in your area. I know a lot of you do. And I know a lot of you got snow and rain and humidity. Ooh, humidity changes things up. Well, everyone, that's going to do it for me today. Good day. I'm going to go home. I'm going to relax, and then I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to do some survival, long dark survival stuff. So it's like, you know, it's kind of cool when you're out. This isn't survival, but you know, you're out in the wild, and then you go, and it brings a new perspective to a decent survival video game, because you can kind of imagine and put yourself in the elements, you know. Makes it a lot more fun. I hope you guys had, if you're in the United States, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. If you're anywhere in the world, I said this at the end of my live stream on Wednesday, we all need some peace, right? We all need to be able to just relax and not think or worry about intrusive thoughts that might stress you out or depress you or anything like that. No matter what, you got to find time to find those kind of moments. For me, honestly, the last, like, you know, I missed another week last week of doing this stuff. And I don't know if I read this or if I heard it on something, but it hit home with me. And it was like that I've been feeling tired, like really tired, and the kind of tired that sleep can't fix. And I heard that, or I read that, and I'm like, wow, that's where I was at. You know, everyone gets there, and I don't know what it is. I just tired, lethargic, unmotivated. And every once in a while, everyone will get that way. And that's when you really need to find whatever it is for you that can put you at peace, that can put you at rest, that can put you in a place where you're just feeling joy, right? A feeling of joy is hard to explain, but it's great. Not just saying, go do something, ooh, happiness. Like, happiness is short term. Joy is an overall feeling of just being, right? Wow, that sounds like I should bring out the crystals and stuff, but I'm serious. We all need that as humans. And I just, kind of corny as it may be, because I was just feeling that not too long ago, that I wanted to share. I know what I can do to get me out of that state of mind or that state of being, that tiredness that sleep won't fix. So I did that. I spent time with friends on Thanksgiving, went into a ham coma. I went out shooting with friends, which is, you know, it's just super fun. And today, the next day, I'm out solo on an off-road adventure, which I love, you know. It all came together for me. So I hope all you guys can find that, whatever it is. Maybe you watch this channel because you don't off-road, because you don't get out in the wild and you can live vicariously through me, but there is something in your life that brings you that joy. Go find it. It's necessary to find it very often. That's going to do it for me, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the black bear too with its new bumper. Looks a lot better, I think. Thanks for watching, you guys.